Hi guys, so I'd like to welcome you to quite an interesting vision that we have. We feel that God has laid on our heart to start a farm called Still Waters from the book of Psalms, where God leads us through quiet waters, still waters in some translations. So this is the farm that God has laid on our hearts. It has got nothing on it at the moment. It's got a river and lots of lantana and bush, and you can see there's my mound of sapunga. So yeah, I thought I'd talk you through what we are currently doing. So at the moment we are clearing and we are busy doing fencing. I've just moved off now to leave some of the guys to finish doing the fencing that we started, and I'm coming to collect some rubble over here, as you can see, and we're using it to fix a road down to the river. Once we have got water, like a road down to the river, we will be able to start building down there and doing some cottages on the river. So if you look all around, you can see beautiful valley. It's a very pretty area. When I step outside, you'll see how nice and quiet it is. So here we are. There's the sapunga. So this little track leads down to the rest of the river, which I'll show you shortly. Okay, so just driving down the track that we recently cut to show you what the river looks like. So the idea for us is we would like to start by doing a off-grid cabin right by the river, and the whole vision that we've got is that eventually there will be 4x4ing, there'll be hiking trails, there'll be camping sites for schools, for people to come over and yeah, just enjoy the tranquility of the farm and to come and be refreshed. So yeah, we're excited. Obviously it's going to take some time to get things going. I mean, even right now, just digging the holes to put up a fence is a lot of work. So yeah, we're getting there slowly. Okay, so I'm busy walking down to the river. By the way, my name is Devin, if you don't know who I am, and my wife is Christy, and we've got our two boys, Micah and Ethan, and some birds by the river. This is one of the things I love about this place is, yeah, the tranquility and of course the wildlife, and we get quite a few birds down here. So this is all a little bit thick bush for now, but clearing it slowly. So if you look over my shoulder, you can see the water below, and we've cleared this whole section over here. So the idea is just above me where I've walked down from, we will be able to do a house with a little cottage. Oh, look there, some ducks. There we go. They just went past the screen. We'll be able to have a sort of little deck going towards the water, the braai area, and a wood-fired hot tub. That's the dream. And if you guys enjoy it, if you enjoy coming here, then we will be able to build a few more and make it places that are family friendly and just an awesome spot for guys to come and enjoy God's presence. So even part of the hiking trail, you can't quite see it now. I don't know if you can just see the fig tree just sticking out over there. We want to do a walk through there with different spots where people can sit, reflect, and we feel God is going to give us a couple of verses to put around by each place where they're going to sit, and they're just going to reconnect and just be refreshed, get away from the city, and just feel revitalized going back. So yeah, that's a quick overview, but how is this river? I mean, I know you see a lot of bush now, but just watch this spot. Some excitement. First big puff adder chilling in the road when we're about to work. Okay, I'm just driving on one of the tracks on the farm. I'm going to show you the fence that we started putting up. But while I was busy doing the road, I had a little bit of leftover sabunga. So it's a nice type of, like, not a clay sand, but yeah, it's a nice sand to use for the road to fill in potholes. And our neighbor's road, well, the community's road actually has got quite a bad rut at the bottom of the entrance. So I'm going to go down there with the leftover sabunga that I've got and just try and patch it up and make it a little bit smoother, so it helps my neighbors as well. So not too sure how well we can see here, but this is pretty much the track. It's just a graded, well, I don't even call it graded, but it's just a road that's been made completely out of the dirt. Things have just been dragged out the way with a tractor. But yeah, we'll slowly get through this. Definitely, I would say a normal car can get down here, yeah, definitely. I think the last part of the road that I'm busy trying to fix, that one not so much, but maybe a high clearance vehicle. But in the beginning I would say it was really 4x4. Now it's at least a little bit more accessible. Okay, so this is one of the harder things that we had to do, was finding the boundaries of the farm, clearing away all the bush, and then yeah, so and then measuring out where the fence line is going to be. So this is kind of what it looks like beforehand. You can see the thick bush, and that light green shrub over there is called lantana. That's dreadful to work with. Great for boundary line, but really not nice for your just cutting. And yeah, you can see we cleared it away here, so we've made a gap where the fence is eventually going to be. And I'll show you another area where we've put up the fence already. We've hit a bit of a snag there, but got a few ideas. It's yeah, not as expensive as electric fencing. I think electric fencing would have been ideal, but it's really expensive. And out here as well, we don't have electricity, so we had to get a solar panel, and that's just more expensive. So we've gone for something else that's a little bit, yeah, quite a bit cheaper than electric fencing, but it looks a bit dangerous. Not so much for any people with bad intentions. You know, that's their choice, but I'm more concerned about animals. There's quite a few buck and wild animals around, so I think I've got another idea with planting some trees on the outside and inside on next to the fence, so that yeah, it'll just sort of keep animals away from it as well. So yeah, here's the end of the boundary. You can see this pole we sort of use as a marker, and right down here, I'm not too sure what you can see in the video, but drops off right down to the river that we saw earlier. So yeah, obviously I'm not going to put a fence down here because I'm not too sure who's going to be mountain climbing to get up here. But yeah, this is one of the spots where we've got a pretty decent view. So I'll look back and you can see all the way up there we've just come from. And so this is also quite a nice spot where maybe a cottage could be eventually, but we're going to definitely start off down by the river. So, yeah, okay, so one of the other things that we are trying to do here, we're trying to think quite far ahead with the design of the farm and the campsites and the trees. We've got already a layout of what roads we're going to be putting in place, and each road is going to be lined with different fruit trees, and the road will be named after the fruit tree that it's got lined along it. And the idea is that when you come and camp here, you're allowed to pick from the trees while you're here, not to take home, but while you're staying here you're allowed to eat from the trees. And the whole point is to try and be self-sustainable. So with water, we want to try and harvest rainwater as much as we can. With electricity, it's going to be solar. And so one of the things I started doing, if you look behind me here, you can see this is one of the other boundary lines where we haven't started doing the holes for the fences, but we have started already planting trees. So there you can see one of the little guys over here that we've planted already, and he's doing quite well. And he's got another friend over here, as you can see. Nice dark green leaves. And so the whole point is these trees over here, so if you look just behind me, the trees are on this side over here, and the fence boundary line will be there. So this is enough space for me to drive around in the bakkie and to patrol and check on everything. And the trees will keep the farm looking green. So everything will be sheltered and hidden and in the shade. If you're on top of one of the hills and you're looking down, you're just going to see lush and green trees. But down below, it's going to be pretty much food-bearing trees. So yeah, exciting to be here. And it's very, very hot today, so not much bird life. Everyone's hiding in the shade, it seems. But yeah, getting a better sense of what the farm's going to look like. And I thought it'd be good for me to document it so everyone can see how it started and where it's going to go. Okay, so here you can see this is what the fence line looks like when we've got the holes in, the droppers. And you can see on the far side there we started putting up the fencing. I'm just a little bit concerned about some of the barbs in it are quite sharp. So you can see what we've done is we've cleared on either side of the fence. So where we've put in the actual fence, I'm going to start planting speckboom and a couple of other quite nice indigenous plants that will be able to actually hide the fence and also can act as a sort of fire break. And it will hide the ugliness of the fence, but the fence is still there for security. And it will also sort of deter, if we keep it trimmed and grows nice and thick at the bottom, it'll deter animals from going to the barbs. So yeah, security and looking after the animals, because there's quite a bit of back around here. Yeah, you can see my friend the lantana, which I have got about 12 thorns in my hand at the moment. Golly.